How's it going, everybody? I am Donut. This is, of course, a Black Lives Matter, all cops bastards, and trans rights supporting channel. If you better be supporting that shit too, or you can get the fuck out of here. This is season 3, episode 22, the finale, Ascension. They're ascending into space to blow up and descend into heaven. If you want to see the full length for this, check it out in the description below, because I ain't editing this one. I don't care, too lazy, and I'm probably gonna have a pretty short discussion again. So, just giving out the full length for free, because might as well. I'm gonna go over the season at the end, but it's gonna be very quick, and it's gonna be, I don't want to talk about this shit anymore. I don't want to talk about it. I'm tired of talking about it. Tired of the show. Let's get over with it. Here we go. So to go over this ending quickly before we go over anything else as our discussion, Daisy seems to have left S.H.I.E.L.D. They're doing LMDs now. I think the Coulson that was watching her was not real Coulson. I think that was an LMD of Coulson. The fact that they say a project that has been in the works before, Koenig's being LMDs has been a thing that has been, speculated about. That's a possibility. Yeah, the Coulson thing, I don't know, I jumped at, maybe they were just trying to imply the Koenig thing, and I jumped at the Coulson thing instead, but, anyway, it does seem like, it could be ambiguous whether Radcliffe is actually a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. or not, because he says it's based off an old S.H.I.E.L.D. program, but nothing here necessarily has to be him a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. In fact, he actually has a Apple computer, and they haven't covered up the logo on it, which makes me think that he isn't a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. And he is doing some other thing. But he is in contact with Fitz and Simmons, and they're chill, so... This honestly looks like the Hydra base. But yeah, I don't know. It weird. We're doing some interesting things. But... I don't have much more hopes for season 4 because, again, this show just continues to get more and more and more fascist as it goes along. The characters continue to become worse and worse people instead of growing and changing and becoming better people over time. And, boy, I don't know if I'm going to do reactions to season 4 at all. It's going to be a long time before I would have to. We got a whole lot of Netflix shows to go through first. It's going to be, at least, over a year or so before I even pose the question of if I'm going to get back to season 4 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But, season 4 does seem to be the one that everybody is looking forward to, which is what makes me not want to, do reactions to it, because I'm already inviting too much of the, audience of S.H.I.E.L.D. if you like the show S.H.I.E.L.D., I don't want you watching my reactions. Absolutely not. There's so many people that are like, I watch your reactions because you have different reactions than everybody else. I don't care. If you like S.H.I.E.L.D., don't watch my reactions. I hate your guts. I absolutely hate your guts. I just want you to know, if you have a S.H.I.E.L.D. profile picture, I have been deleting all of your comments. I am going to be perfectly honest. I don't want anybody that would be a fan of this show. If you think this show is good, it has a positive message or whatever, absolutely not. I do not want you in the comment section of my channel. So you can fuck right off. And by the way, the way the YouTube system thing works is you can see your own comment, but nobody else can. It's like a shadow ban sort of thing. I fucking hate that does that, but either way, keep my comment section clean at the very least. Now, with Hive, man, what a not satisfying final fight. We got no fight with Hive. We got little tiny skirmishes with Hive, but we never got a fight with Hive because they knew that they couldn't. Even the last fight was so nothing. It was so not a fight. Man, I was so excited for Hive when he was first introduced. I thought he was going to be up there in my highest, villains list, especially of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And no, he just fell so flat, so unbelievably flat. It really was the moment they got that town. Once they got that town, and I just started realizing, okay, so he's against war and all that, but he has a military all around, and he wants this connection, he wants world peace, but he's willing to just make everybody mindless zombie watchdog things. none of what he says lines up with his plans at all, which is also why I kept throughout my reaction saying, like, I do side with him, but we don't know what his actual goals are yet. Like, we know what he says, but we don't know what he actually wants and what that means to him. Like, as I kept saying, the thing that he said to Gideon, what does power mean to you? What does world domination look like to you? And to Gideon, that was having physical power over everybody. And so it is, I thought that was very fascinating at the time. Now it's a lot more clear. He was doing all that with Gideon because he felt the same. Like, he had in himself what world domination looked like to him was him being able to have domination over everybody, to have control over everybody, which is not where I thought we were going to go with him. But of course, surprise, surprise, the show's writing is just as shit as always. Yeah, I honestly don't know if I have much to say about this finale. I liked it less than I liked Season 1's finale, and I did not like Season 1's finale at all. Season 2's finale was great. Love Season 2's finale. I thought it had one of the, it had a legitimately amazing finale. Just for a show in general, it just was a really, really good season finale. But this season, I don't know what it is about this season as opposed to every other season. Like, the other ones, again, there's plenty of the I just wasn't seeing it, even back in Season 1, where there's so much questioning of S.H.I.E.L.D. and should we just be trusting in the system, and should we just be doing all this? And of course, I'm like, well, no, of course you shouldn't be. Like, I thought that's where we were building up to. For 2 whole seasons now, I thought we were building to a S.H.I.E.L.D. being bad, and we weren't, and now I just don't want to do this anymore. It also, again, it feels so separate from the rest of the MCU. I get why, when I started the show, so many people were like, oh yeah, the MCU just doesn't even act like S.H.I.E.L.D. is real. The movies don't, talk about S.H.I.E.L.D. at all. Or, I don't think they don't talk about S.H.I.E.L.D., but they don't line up. Like, as I've said in my Civil War discussion, the Netflix shows feel like a part of the MCU. The movies never, make the Netflix shows feel weird. Whereas the movies constantly make S.H.I.E.L.D. feel weird. Like, well, if this is happening in the movie, then why is this the case? And, and clearly, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has such a different view of where the MCU is going than anything else, which is why they keep doing these long plot lines right up to a movie, and then the movie comes out and it's so vastly different from what they thought it was going to be, and then they have to adjust for it in a really awkward way. And, I get now why everybody was like, why does the MCU audience, what was the word that people were using? I can't even remember, but, why do they not care about us, and why do they shun the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. audience? And I get it now. 3 seasons in, I finally understand why the MCU audience does not like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and does not like, specifically, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. audience, because the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. audience is just the worst. The only thing that seems somewhat interesting going forward is the Daisy thing. I mean, again, the main reason why I'm watching S.H.I.E.L.D. is just really cool stuff. The LMD stuff is kind of cool. All the twist stuff, I like it as just a, reacty, whoa! But there's not really any substance anymore. I really like doing a reaction and a discussion, but I don't want to discuss S.H.I.E.L.D. because there's just so little that I want to talk about or like about the show anymore. The characters, Fitz and Simmons, I can't care about. May, there's nothing interesting going on with her anymore. We kind of finished everything with May at this point. May had a lot going for her. I think May was one of the most interesting characters in the show, but we kind of done all that already. Coulson's never been interesting. It's been funny. It hasn't been interesting. Daisy's now gone, but I don't really care because she's just going to continue to probably be equally as fascist outside of S.H.I.E.L.D. If you have any questions about the season or the whatever, leave them in the comments because I don't even know what to talk about, man. I don't know what the hell to say. I don't want to say anything. I want to be done with this shit. And I want to move on to something else that makes me happy.